What's up, my gnomies? We are back for episode 10 of Dour Gnome Adventures. If you have listened this long, thank you so much for your ongoing support. If you like what you hear from us, and why wouldn't you if you've made it this far, please share it with everyone. Come chat with us on Discord, Facebook, X, Threads, or Instagram, as listeners like you help build the Dour Gnome community. With that said, I am your GM, Ryan. We have Dimitri.
That's me. I may sound different, but it's still me.
Matt.
I have not reached through the computer and strangled Dimitri tonight. Everybody should be proud of me.
Brian.
Hello, hello.
And Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. How's everybody doing?
Pretty great.
Can't complain. No one listens.
Well, record it. Record your complaints.
My mom thinks we're doing great. Hey, it's special.
Thank you, Mark's
mom. We appreciate
mom.
her support.
Yay, Mark's mom.
You guys ready for some Rusthenge?
Heck yes.
Absolutely not. Let's go.
Who wants to tell us where we left off last time?
I'm ready unless somebody else wants to take over. No? Okay. If I remember correctly, last time we started with the combat against undead floating heads on pogo sticks. And then once we killed them, we realized to our great dismay that the floating pogo sticks were part of the undead and weren't actually loot. So then we proceeded down to the basement. And before we went there, Sister Sandy, Vanta Black, whatever, she didn't want to follow us, so she handed the sword to the one human in the party. And that's when we found out that the cleric doesn't actually have martial weapon proficiency to use the magic greatsword that she had been toting around. So Bob is now somehow proficient with martial weapons holding the greatsword. And then we went into the basement and we found a couple of cats catting around crates. And, well, they were cats very briefly. They were. And then they turned into something that looked like the front half was a dog and the back half was like a lamia worm. It was ugly. And one of them we managed to kill, but the other one went invisible. So it's the Schrodinger's dog worm, because we can't see it right now, but it is still in combat, so it must exist.
That is a good recap. And I have been a little bit stingy on the hero points. So I'm going to give everybody a hero point.
Yay.
You get a hero
So
point.
why not?
And you get a hero point.
I definitely need the hero points because I used all of them healing our potential new friend, the goat.
Everybody has some hero points. Bob, you are maxed out, it looks like.
Again? Okay. I guess I'll have to re-roll some Goblin Song.
Yeah.
Again.
Cinderspark has 1. Tad has 2. And Vercog shares 1 with the Harbinger of the Void.
It depends on the day. Where would one find these dynamic hero points?
When you open up your character sheet, the first page, right under your character name, has hero points. And then it's got these little H's.
Yes, I see them.
And they are also in the party sheet.
Oh, okay.
Are they?
The party. We really are going to have to change the name from the party to something, unless we are literally the party.
Well, I mean,
Party like a goblin party.
because the Goblin Party don't stop.
Unwitting Adventurers?
I mean, honestly, this is our campaign. We are the party. Everybody else is just NPCs.
It's true.
We could be Ordway's angels.
The Mom Hunters?
The mom hunters.
Whoa.
That's getting worse.
If by worse you mean awesome.
What are you doing, stepmom?
No.
It's a mom I'd like to rescue.
I think we might now have the title of this episode.
Mom Hunters.
Mom, I'd like to rescue. Oh God!
I'm just going to point out that maybe that shouldn't be the title of an episode unless you want really, really different Google results.
Listen. The Dour Gnome Nation is a big tent.
Can we get back to combat, please? Actually, are we even in combat? Because I don't.
We are in combat.
Oh,
Well, we're on a landing page because our illustrious DM decided to put us there on a nice little picture instead of on the battle map.
I wanted to remind you guys of that combat.
That's a hell of a combat tracker, dude.
Whoa!
Bunch of shit.
there's a lot of unknowns there.
That's a long scroll bar.
Oh.
How many of them are known knowns and how many of them are unknown unknowns?
Oh,
This
that's a
is
scroll bar.
Yeah, I am like trying to delete all of these. Like, I've been trying to delete them for a while now. I don't know how I put these in here.
Truly, you are skillful.
Yes, because
Yeah,
this is.
that takes some
ridiculousness.
skill.
I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if it's removing them. They haven't rolled initiative. I'm hoping that I can just not do anything with them. And
You know the encounter is bad when the person running the game doesn't even know what the hell's going on.
yeah,
I mean, there's only like 3 pages of them. I'm sure we can take.
Yeah. This is what happens when you start attacking cats. Like it, just bad things. There's just unknown NPCs just coming out of the woodwork.
Also, since we're actually doing XP instead of a milestone, look at how much XP there is on the board.
No, listen. This is not like a cat litter. This is like killing a spider and a burst of spiders just coming out of the dead spider. No, this is way too many enemies.
Maybe they're just friends we haven't met yet.
Yeah, sure. That's optimistic.
at the top of the round is Tad, while I am deleting these unknown NPCs. So, Tad, what would you like to do?
I think
Ted is actually going to begin moving deeper into the room, attempting to find.
Any traps to trigger them so we can all get hurt?
Yes, he's looking for the button that is going to trigger the trap where everyone else is standing. He's using a number of move actions to get around the room. And then lastly, he's going to use his third. He moved about 50 feet, so he will just raise his shield against the corner wall. And that'll be the end of his turn.
you're defending against the corner wall.
It must be a human thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It does look like there's less unknowns very slowly, so it might be working. I don't know.
There's so many of them that it's hard to tell. Bob, what would you like to do?
So I think the anthem was supposed to wear off. Oh, wow. 22 weeks remaining? That is definitely not the right duration.
So I updated the calendar to accurately represent that. So I backed it up 22 weeks. So whoops,
Wow.
I didn't think about that impact.
Law of unintended consequences, friends.
So, yeah,
Yes.
I think all of you need to click that off of your character sheet yourselves. Can I even? I don't think I can right click to remove. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that went away. Good. So if I remember correctly, the last cat dog worm was right around the corner from me when it disappeared. Now,
Yep.
I don't actually know anything in character about disappearing cat worm dogs because I didn't roll any kind of lore. But I'm just going to assume that it's still there, but I can't see it. So
You could definitely roll.
no! I'm not going to bother with lore. We have her confident. Do I look like a nerd?
Yes.
Well, yes, but we already have a designated nerd. I don't want to step on any toes.
Bob is way too confident to get information about something.
Exactly. First, I'm going to let it beat me into a pulp. Then, when I realize I was missing information, I'll try to rack the remains of my brain for it. Then, we'll see how it goes. But so far, it hasn't failed me, so why not? I'm going to take a stride around the corner because I believe I had actually already dealt with cover, and I know that it's harder to hit things around a corner. So I'm just basically only moving a single space. That would be one action because there is no free move in this edition. My second action is going to be to put the Courageous Anthem back on. I think it's under spells, and I think I need to click this in order to cast it. And that should put it back on whoever's in range. So it looks like all of you. Excellent. And my third action is going to be a strike with... Is that the greatsword? Okay, I'm going to open up my character sheet so I can actually see it clearly. Yeah. In previous editions, you could swing at a space that effectively the creature was concealed in, and then you'd roll whatever your chances were. Does it still work like that in Pathfinder 2?
So, this one is going to be undetected to you. So when you are undetected by a creature, it's off guard to you. So this creature would be off guard to you. So you have no idea.
I would be off guard to it because I can't detect it. It knows where I am.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yep, I take that back. Yep.
So can I still swing at a space where I think it is?
You sure can.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do. And with the song, that strike at +5.
I'm going to roll a flat check for you also.
Okay. So on my end, the attack is only a 13. Let me know if it connects because something got squished at the end of the sword.
You do not feel anything.
Okay, but that's 3 actions and the end of my turn.
Cinderspark.
Excellent. Well,
I do say...
Bob, who is...
I do say I think it's still there when I swing my sword at the space.
Unlike Bob, who is flailing about wildly, I would actually like to take an action to seek the target.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a perception?
It is.
Well, how badly can this go? Okay. Well, I rolled a 1, so that's a 5.
You did ask. You did ask how badly, and the dice provides you with numbers.
I did. You are correct.
It sounds like it's coming from the pillar. It sounds like it's in the pillar behind you.
Okay, well, I can either trust my instincts or trust Bob.
Neither is good. Split the difference. Wait. Swing at Bob.
Tell you what, it's either in this space that Bob is attacking into, or it's in the pillar. I'm going to step in the space that Bob is attacking it, so I'm going to step there. Did I bump into it?
You did not.
I don't think it's here, Bob. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find it. So I'm just going to walk around until I walk into a cat dog. All alone in the world, as little as cat dog. I don't see, but there's a cave here, guys. This is weird.
Yes. As you make your way around that pillar, you see a cave that goes west. You hear faint drips of water.
I do want to point out, because we didn't go over the description of this room, that there is a door in it. And I think when we first got into this room, we thought we heard something from behind it.
Yeah, we heard like a little... we heard voices, I believe. It was like an alert or something like that.
Yeah, you heard pounding on the door.
Yeah.
This cave to the west, you hear faint sounds of dripping water and smell of salt.
Well, I'm not going to go into the cave because that seems stupid. But
Yeah, wait for Tad to do that next turn.
yeah, I mean, I'm just going to move back, continuing my move, and just kind of circle around the room. Again, just kind of hoping to bumble into the cat dog, and probably failing. So I'm going to end up here, and I will just kind of shrug and say, I don't know where it is. And I'm done.
Okay. It is this thing's turn. I'm going to do some of that. Action number 2. It makes itself visible. It no longer looks like a cat.
Damn it, I was right next
It
to
is over here by Tad now.
Oh, so it's directly behind a pillar, which is why I can't see it. Okay.
So I was right.
Da-da!
You were right, what?
It was coming from behind the pillar.
And it's going to take a bite. Brian, your crit fishing with in the other game last week really inspired me to name this die. And the blue and with the fish in it, I'm going to call it Crit Fish Blue.
An inspired name. I love it.
So, Tad, this die inspired by the play of Brian holds your fate.
I love how he's trying to push the blame onto me when he's the one killing you, Mark. Right, Mark? Just remember, Mark, this is not me doing this.
So that is a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
That is 3 points of slashing damage and 2 points of spirit damage. That is 3 actions.
Spirit here is just the damage type.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Am I able to see him now?
You are able to see him.
Okay.
He popped out of thin air. Rakag, what would you like to do? I don't think you can see it from where you're at.
Oh, I sure
But,
can.
oh, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah. I got a real nice line of sight. Nothing
Yep.
blocking me. So, I am going to blind it, or attempt to. I am going to wiggle my fingers and pull a shroud of darkness over the thingy thing whose name we dare not speak. So we're casting that. The spell DC is 17. It is will.
Will save. All right. And you are casting Shroud of Night.
Yes.
11.
Okay. The target is shrouded in murky darkness now. And unless it has greater dark vision, all creatures are concealed to it.
Okay.
And I whistle to the Harbinger and point to the thingy thing. I'm going to give it a name. Gerald. I point to Gerald and I say, why don't you go and stand on the... There's a little wagon over there. And the raven will go to here. So next turn when I sustain the hex, if it's still alive, it will be frightened 1.
Okay.
Okay, and so that's 1, 2, and I will raise my shield.
We are at the top of round 3. Tad?
Tad is standing right next to it, so he is going to strike twice at it. The first roll is an 8 on the die for 15 total.
15 swings just a little bit high over the top.
Even though it's
Where at.
concealed?
Should be off guard.
Oh, excuse me. So a 15 hits.
Yes.
Nice. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 4 with a 7 on the die for 11 points of damage.
Ouch.
That's counting the +1 from Son?
Yep.
Awesome.
D, I think it's automatically counted in the digital die roll.
Oh, right. He's doing digital. Yep.
The second attack is going to be even with map and 18 on the die for a 20 to hit.
All right. Roll some damage.
It's a 1 on the damage for 5 points of damage total.
And describe your kill.
Now that he can see it, and as it looks around in blindness, Tad cuts it right between the portion where it's a cat and a dog, creating two distinct animals.
Huh.
It looked like a cat initially, then it turned into the dog worm. So you chop the worm off the dog.
There you go.
Either way, you're doing it a service.
What happens to the bodies when they die?
They remain.
They start to stink?
We killed the original when it was still looking like a cat, and then it turned into the dog worm.
Okay. If we have time, Verkog wants to get a good look at it and take some notes.
Okay.
Okay.
The corpse is actually right next to you.
Okay.
While Verkog is looking at that, I will be checking out this door.
All right. You are checking out that door.
Cinderspark, just give me a moment. I'll be right with.
It does not seem trapped, but you can tell that it is locked.
Right, but I was more interested in hearing what was behind it, since we had heard something behind it initially.
Yeah, so you don't hear the pounding anymore, but you hear the faint sounds of like moaning from like pain.
Glad you specified. Okay, I will try to unlock the door.
All right. Go ahead and give me a thievery check.
Gladly. Well, that will be a 9. I'm rolling like gangbusters today.
Also German for no.
It's true. It's true. So
I take it that wasn't a 9 on the die. That was a 9 total.
Yeah, it was a 3 on the die. I'm rolling like Matt today.
Okay.
Well, then let's find out how Matt is rolling. You also have thievery, right?
I believe I do.
We can always try again. Just because it's not locked now doesn't mean we can't unlock it in the future.
Well, yes, but you called him out on it, and he might be able to do thievery.
I got a 12.
12 is not going to cut it.
Okay, so let's try one more time. That's going to be a 19.
Yes.
A 19 still does not get through.
This is a tricky lock.
Maybe if you help each other?
Yes, maybe if we both try to pick the lock at the same time, it will somehow come open.
We don't have a kit, do we? We just have healer's kits, right?
Okay, if you guys step aside, I'm just going to hack it with a greatsword.
No. Hold on.
It's magic.
Sorry, what kit are you talking about?
Well, we have healer's kits. I was wondering if maybe we had lockpicking kits, too.
Yes, I do. I have a thieves toolkit.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's me helping you. It's a 20.
Or this is me helping you.
Okay.
Because that's a 9 again.
Okay. How does my 20 work on the door, Ryan?
So you have a 20 on the door plus his +1. 21.
I think I failed to aid.
Oh yeah, you did not aid. Yeah, a 20 still. It feels like you are struggling to click those tumblers.
All right, one more time, and then we let Bob at it.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like this is a fairly quality lock.
Yeah, it's got to be an 8. So I'm going to take a step back.
I'm going to try one more time. That is a 24.
24. Is anybody aiding you?
Because it's 25, isn't it?
Yeah, and that would be the best I could roll without rolling a crit.
Do we need to be trained to aid?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, I'm rolling steel.
Can't you
I'm
bard
rolling it at +2.
Okay.
I rolled a 10, which makes it a 12, which is enough to assist. You've got a 25.
No, it's not.
That does the same thing for 15.
And
There you
8
go,
is a
it's a
DC 15.
Oh, DC's 15? I thought it was 10, like in previous.
It is
games.
not.
My bad.
Okay, so 25 with Mark's assist.
All right. You feel like you were able to get one of the tumblers to click. And this is a good time to talk about the thievery skill. And picking a lock.
Great.
No,
Opening-
it's not. This is a conversation we could have had before we did this. But
Probably.
go ahead.
So, opening a lock without a key is very similar to disabling a device, but the DC of the check is determined by the complexity and construction of the lock you are attempting to pick. Locks and their DCs can be found on their page. Locks of higher quality might require multiple successes to unlock.
Are you kidding?
If you lack the proper tools, the GM might let you use improvised picks, which are treated as a shoddy toolkit. So on a critical success, you unlock the lock, or you achieve 2 successes towards opening the lock that requires more than 1 success. You leave no trace of your tampering. Success, you open the lock or achieve 1 success towards opening a lock that requires more than 1 success. You leave behind damage that indicates the lock was picked on close scrutiny. Critical failure, you break your toolkit and leave behind obvious damage. Fixing a broken toolkit requires using crafting to repair it, or else swapping in replacement picks.
We did not have time for this. This
So it's-
lock is clearly of superior quality. But what about the door? Is the door superior quality?
It is a high quality door.
Okay, I'm going to try to pick it up again.
Does it have high quality?
Not
Does
to
it
be
have
defeated.
high quality hinges?
So as I explained that, reminder that
I am assisting Cinder Spark.
a critical failure, any further critical failures will result in broken thieves toolkit.
Yeah, I got a 22.
I aided you for a 23.
A little bit short.
So the DC does not go down.
The DC
I vote-
does not.
I vote for Bob.
Okay.
Tad aids with a 19.
So that puts us at a 24. Bob, would you
Okay,
mind trying?
fine. I'm trying helping. Unfortunately, 11 plus 2 is only a 13, and the DC to 8 is 15, so I can't help you.
You guys are struggling mightily at this lock.
I'm going to hack at the door with the magical greatsword.
I'm going to check and see if one of the cat dogs had a key.
The cat dogs, you take a search around, they have nothing on them. And these were actually called Esapils?
No, they weren't. They were called cat dogs.
Well, yes, Vercogs called them Esapil.
For our listening audience. They might want to know what you guys were in combat with.
I am poking around the room, seeing if there's a key scattered around somewhere. Sadly, poking around the room is not one of the basic action macros in the exploration, which is sad.
What is the door made out of?
Iron.
The door is a vampire.
Thank you for saying iron, because my next suggestion was that we burn it down. Okay, so we're not doing that.
And as you guys are messing with the lock, you can hear the moans get a little bit louder. It's still hard to hear through the stone and the iron.
Okay, I'm not messing with the lock. I am trying to just damage the door. So I guess this is time to talk about how damaging objects works.
All right. things will have a hardness, which you have to bypass the hardness.
Okay,
And
but
then
do I need to make
extra damage.
attacks?
Yes, you would have to make attacks.
So I'm rolling strikes, basically.
It doesn't automatically hit, being inanimate.
Well, I will say it would automatically hit. Yeah.
Okay. In which case, since the amount of damage matters, somebody with a higher strength than me and proficiency matters for attack rolls. Is Cinderspark proficient with martial weapons?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm assuming you have more strength than 10, which is what I have.
What?
I have 10 strength.
No, you don't. We don't have stats like that in Pathfinder 2.
Okay, it's +0.
Yes, I do have higher than +0. I have a +2.
Okay, so if I hand the greatsword to you and then cheer you with my song, you will attack better and do more damage than if I'm cheering myself. I will gladly hack at this door. It's just going to take longer.
All right. What is max damage for Cinderspark with a greatsword?
I don't know. What's damage for a greatsword?
It's great.
The damage is a D12 slashing.
D12. Okay, so it'd be D12 plus 2 unless there's the song, which will be a D12 plus 3.
D12 plus 3 is not going to be enough to get past the hardness.
Wow.
Not belabor that.
Is it iron?
Yes.
So I will roll perception and ask the Harbinger also to look for a
Key.
A key. And it continues to bring me little iron bits.
Yes.
Like, no.
Basically, it finds the tools in the corner that from that box that it sat on. So first it brings you some tongs, then a large hammer, and then it brings you the small hammer.
Is this like part of a kit or just like random tools laying around?
Random tools.
Okay.
It looks like probably smithing tools.
So
I think we're going to have to camp here and hope that Cinderspark doesn't crit fail while trying to hit the high DC, because I don't see any other way through.
I mean, maybe my hope is that there is that the key is somewhere in the cave.
we could check the cave.
Did Tad just walk into the cave? Tad just walked into the cave.
Fucking
I had
humans.
walked about 5 feet into the cave.
I think that's
long
enough
tunnel.
to trigger, the GM.
This long tunnel slopes down and heads southwest, traveling under Iron Harbor.
Do I hear any... Like, do I hear wind, or is there...
No, you don't hear any wind. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Yeah. So while he's doing that,
Yes,
I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay. What was the survival check?
7 total.
7 total. You don't notice anything.
Bob is trained in survival as well. Would you like me to roll?
Anybody can roll.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Why not?
Chris,
6.
But 6 does not find anything either.
natural 20 for a total of 23.
I got a 16.
Natural 20 for a 23. Bob, you see blood. A trail of blood going down the path.
Hey, guys,
Why-
watch out. You're stepping in blood.
Do I think it is human blood when he points it out to me?
Yes.
Taste it. Taste it.
That assumes he's previously tasted human. Wait, it's Recog. He might have.
Your assumptions about my proclivities are often correct, but unfortunate.
The things we've seen you eat growing up.
The tunnel goes well beyond your vision, your dark vision. Tad, you get a little bit away from the if you're moving in further, you can see that it just goes dark after 40 feet or so.
Tad's going to cast light.
Oh, sorry.
Tad's going to cast light on himself.
Lame.
And then he will stay back about 10 feet behind the last person.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
have
either
little
of us
legs.
has stealth. So you guys tell me how much distance you want between me and you guys, because I'm not trained for stealth.
Oh, are we doing stealth now that we've already had a combat in the room that was probably echoing down the hallway?
Well, yes.
Oh, okay.
Now that we know that there are invisible things in here that could be watching us at this very moment, yes, let's try to stealth.
Sure. I have a 10
Okay.
because I seriously cannot roll above a 5 today. Thanks, Matt. Channeling.
How is that my fault?
I'm channeling your dice luck.
No, I would suggest you not do that.
See what I'm saying? I took your luck, so now you can roll a 20.
I am death incarnate.
Okay. Let's see how stealthy Bob is today.
I am a leaf on the wind.
Yeah, I am the wind.
Too soon.
By which I mean I rolled a crit fail to your crit success for a total of 3 on my stealth. I think even Tad is stealthier than I am.
How do you clean off spears? You put them through the
Run
wash.
them through the wash.
I have this vision of Bob and Cinderspark just like trying to sneak, but still talking at a normal goblin voice while they are very stealthily walking, but just talking at a normal goblin voice, like
There's
arguing
narration
about
going on.
the lock or something.
I'm probably just grumbling about Tad, who's trying to sneak while glowing like a fucking torch.
Did Tad actually try to sneak though?
No, Tad's not trying to sneak.
See?
But the torch part is appropriate.
But at least you're not failing because you're not trying.
There you go.
In the immortal words of Homer Simpson, the lesson is never try.
So this darkness doesn't actually extend. So I'm thinking that it's either incredible magic or the map ends here, and we probably need to move to a different map.
Yeah, so the map does end. You guys make your way. You go 60 feet. You go 120 feet. It just keeps going. It goes up and down. You see, as you're going, the low spots are puddled with salt water.
Stands to reason.
Okay.
The blood trail, does it continue?
Yes.
Really? Through the water?
Well, on the opposite sides of the water. You still bleed, if you're bleeding.
Yeah, if you assume
Yeah.
that
Water doesn't necessarily
somebody
stop.
who was bleeding was dragged through here, obviously it will wash it away. But then on the dry spots,
It'll start picking up again, but like the water will anyway. Should we continue down this mysterious hallway, or should we go mess with the lock that we can't open?
I feel like if those are our two options, and if this is outside the scope of the adventure, as they say.
no, I think the blood indicates that it's exactly within the scope of the adventure.
Okay,
I mean, I still want to know who's in the other room.
Okay. Show
But I don't-
of hands.
So something you guys would know, you guys did not search every room.
Eh? Oh, you mean in the stone home?
Yes.
Right, but is this not the staircase that we were supposed to come down?
Yes, but he means upstairs. We didn't search every single room.
But we were meant to come to the basement.
Yes,
Eventually.
but maybe there was somebody who had keys in their room and we didn't look in that room, is what he means.
Bingo. If you didn't have full hero points, I would give you one.
I mean, you told us we missed something. I appreciate that, but
That's like leaving the fucking car keys above the fucking goddamn visor. Like, no one does that. No one actually does that.
Nobody traps their home, and yet there were spears in the entryway.
It's a fortress.
Okay. Where would you keep the keys to the fortress if you were a Gorumite? Use your Gorum lore.
Okay. Again, I'm not rolling well. So that's an 8.
Okay, so I'm going to use Bardic lore to figure out if there's any kind of song about keys to fortresses, maybe leading to the downfall or something. And I'm rolling at +5 for a total of 13.
I mean, alternatively, we could go back upstairs and then go and jump down the shitter.
You could
We're
try
really
it.
going back to that again, are we?
We're going to return to that well because it's a stinky well and we have not actually jumped down it yet.
I think he's only suggesting it because he's already having a shitty time.
Bang!
Thank you. I'm here all night.
Because we don't know where the keys are.
Exactly.
Okay, then absent any other thoughts, let's start poking.
Go back upstairs and go room to room. Ugh, all right.
Rather than belaboring it, if you guys decide to go upstairs and go room to room and give everything a thorough search.
Sure. So you want us to roll perception?
Passively, so you can do that? Since we're
I'm
not belaboring it anymore, even though we've already belabored it for about an hour.
You make your way through, back up the stairs. You start in the clinic, make your way over. You end up in the smithy's room, and you find some keys hanging.
That makes sense.
So he didn't take him with him. Okay. All right. Sure. Let's... As a backup...
Being the Kaiser Soze of this thing, I'm going to be really disappointed in us.
I mean, I can't trust him because he didn't like Mr. Stitchy.
All right. So you guys found some keys. You haven't tested them yet, but you did find some.
We come back and we test them. I'll test them. If nobody else wants to test them, I'll be the one next to the door testing them.
Oh, wrong keys.
I'm actually I'm gonna press the keychain to see if the door honks. To see if there are keys from
honk.
this door.
It's actually the keys to a white Miata outside.
So we can
All right.
zoom.
Zoom.
You make your way back to the basement with your keys in hand. Who has the keys?
Bob.
Bob has the
voted
keys.
I volunteered and nobody said no.
Goblin Hero.
You unlock the door, Bob. Go ahead and give it an...
I gotta click it. All right.
La puerta está abierto.
This long storage room runs north to south with smaller firkins and kegs lining the walls, as well as small padded crates with delicate glass bottles. Some of the packing straw has been repurposed as improvised bedding, though most of it has now been spoiled. The stench of filth and waste fill this chamber. A single iron door exits to the west, which is the door you just opened. You see 3 individuals. One is laying in front of the door, and you can tell that he is breathing. You see 2 others that look to be breathing, and a 4th one in the corner that looks dead.
Are any of them mom?
None of them are mom.
I'm closing the door back.
These are all men, and
Oops.
the one in the
already walked in.
The one in the south corner, he moans, "Help us."
I was going to turn around, go,
tries-
Mom's not there, and close the door, but Cinderspark already walked in.
He tries to stagger up to his feet and kind of face plants.
I mean,
Lets out a groan.
Cinderspark will go help him up.
Are you here to kill us? Please.
No.
What do
No,
they
that
look
wasn't-
like in terms of clothing or armor or like insignia of any kind?
He's wearing robes. They're indistinguishable. You don't see any insignia on him, which seems a little odd.
On all three of them, they just have robes?
Yes.
Okay.
He speaks.
Okay. Any sense of nationality?
They're from the Isles.
Okay.
We're prisoners.
Yeah, no, we understood that, but who are you?
We're followers of Gorum.
Mm.
Do
they have rust markings?
They do not.
Yeah, didn't drink the rusty Kool-Aid, huh?
No, they Mitramar. He locked us in here and he said that and he just kind of exhausts. It's taking everything to
Tad, maybe you should
to
take a
speak
look
out.
at the one who's talking because he seems exhausted.
and
Mitramar was the representative from New Thassalon.
mhm. And they wanted us to eat each other and devote ourselves to revive their dead god.
Which what?
Tell you what, I'm going to give him some water.
Perhaps-
Tad will step forward and try to treat wounds. Unfortunately, he fails.
You don't see any wounds on them. You think that they've just been like they look malnourished, dehydrated.
You guys want to
I
walk in
did say
here?
that they do not. I got to correct myself. I said they don't seem rust, but they do have seem infected with the rust.
Oh boy.
And this one, he's like desperate for rescue. Sorry, they don't have any gear, no religious symbols.
Well, regardless, they're prisoners, and I'm going to give them water.
Yeah, he's like, thank you. And he like takes a sip, like chokes it down for a second, and he like takes another, just kind of like keeps repeatedly taking sips.
Okay, go easy.
They worship a demon, Tsar Azmak.
Is it lore time?
Are Azmak?
Yeah.
It is. It's Lorbin time.
Okay, I've got. Would Zinadashral lore apply here?
Ooh.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I have occultism or arcana.
This is going to be a religion check.
Would Gorum lore apply or no?
No, this is not applicable
Okay.
to Gorum.
Well, I'm gonna roll Bardic.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Yeah.
17, you've never heard of Tsar Azmak.
With a 10, I'm fairly certain neither have I.
No.
Mm.
Tad, have you heard of this demon?
With a 7, he is not.
And he goes on to, as he is able to kind of gather himself just a little bit, he takes a seat on a crate and he says, I overheard Mitramar. I caught a line. Explore and reclaim my grandfather's works below Rusthenge.
Did he mention who his grandfather was?
No.
Did they give an impression of what direction they were going? Because so far as I can tell, is this the only place beneath Rusthenge?
No. Remember, this isn't Rusthenge.
This is Stonehome.
Yeah.
And he says to you, there's a small island in the harbor. That has where Rusthenge is located.
What is Rusthenge?
Yeah, do we know what this is? What it is?
No, but he tells you it's some iron pillars on this island
that makes
peninsula.
Sense.
The stuff that we had seen looking across the base.
Yep. And he says, I think you can go through this tunnel.
Yeah.
You can wait for the tide to go out and walk out to it. It'll be really muddy. That's the only ways I know how to get to Rusthenge.
So we were going the right way all along. But
Just the wrong time of day, maybe?
no, because it was just puddles. That should be fine. We didn't have to swim across anywhere. But anyway, we at least opened the door and saved these guys. Not that guy. That he doesn't look too good.
The dead guy.
Yeah, the dead guy.
Can you guys help us get back to town?
Sure.
We were kind of trying to rescue someone.
Yeah, Bob is completely uninterested in these dudes. Once he saw that his mom is, Elder Ordwy, his adopted mother, was not among the people in that room, he kind of just, nope, not it.
I mean, I gave him the water. I can give him some rations. I mean, if you guys can hang out, we'll be coming back this way. If you can just wait.
The disease has taken hold of us. We won't last much longer.
Is it a good idea to bring them into town then?
Do we even know if this disease? How is this disease communicated? Do we know?
You're not sure that you've encountered it yet.
Perhaps it's time to roll some medicine checks on them?
Yeah, you could do that.
All right, I've got a +0, unless somebody handed me a kit. No, I handed it back. I've got a +0 unless I borrow
The
somebody's.
kit is for treating wounds, so
So it won't apply to that check. All right, I'm just rolling a +0 then.
I got a +3.
And my uneducated opinion should not be listened to because I got a 5. Total.
I got a 13. I think we rolled earlier and didn't do much better. Hopefully Tad does better than me.
Tad got a 10.
Fabulous.
Okay, well, leave it to good old Cinderspark, who's obviously the best medicine in the party.
Best medicine.
I've also got a 10.
the rolls are so bad today.
Yeah.
Well, clearly they need to be put back in quarantine. So we walk out and we lock the door behind us.
Excuse me.
Please.
Fine.
Please
I
don't.
wait for Cinderspark to exit first.
If we can get our own healing, we can help you. We can
Are you
give
a
you
priest?
healing for free.
Are you a priest?
Yes. We're all priests.
I don't believe him.
We used all of our magic just to stay alive.
It's kind of irrelevant. I kind of can't leave them here.
Because?
It's wrong? I mean, I'll leave the dead guy here. We could come and get him in his own time. He's not going to get any worse.
He's not going anywhere, right? Unless
the
rats
two who are living. I mean, we could.
There's 3 that are living. There's one is just passed out from exhaustion.
Look.
So the 2 that are living, we can bring back to town.
These 3 supposed healers might actually be the most competent at healing in this entire town. Because remember, Sandy said she had no healing. And she said that the fallen acolytes didn't either. Or at least we figured out that being fallen, that they lost healing power from magic at least. In town, they don't really look like they have a healer. They've got the store,
But they
Red
have
Roof Inn, potions.
right. They do have food, which these people are
My
deprived
point
of.
is, if we don't know whether bringing them in town is going to spread the disease to everybody, maybe it would be best to drag them up to the barracks here so they're more comfortable.
And let them
Then
die upstairs instead?
let the town know that they're here in need, and have them send Sister Vanda, I guess, with food to care for them if she is still a Goromite and she cares for them.
Either way, we're going back to town. And if we're going back to town and then sending someone back with food, it still delays them actually getting food and water and provisions and so on.
And you also believe, like, you can get, like, Elsie might have potions that might be able to help them.
Do we have any potions that treat disease?
I do.
Because I don't remember.
Okay, I see it now. I have anti-plague. I bought several.
All right.
So I will offer them to the fellas. Just, I
Were any of the potions that we got from the medicine room upstairs, were they anti-plague?
We were not able to identify some of them.
Okay, so the 4 that we figured out, what were they?
Should be in the party loot. Hold on. Party stash. We have
Yeah, we have.
formless or anti-plague.
So these are actually their potions.
Yep, hand them over.
Exactly. Just let them drink 3 of those, since there's 3 of them that are alive. Probably won't have any immediate effect, but they'll have a better chance of surviving this disease.
So anti-plague can fortify the body's defenses against disease. Upon drinking an anti-plague, you gain a +2 item bonus to fortitude saving throws against diseases for 24 hours. This applies to your daily save against the disease's progression.
We also have 2 drinky drinks, whose current effect is unknown.
And if these dudes were at least somewhat competent at healing, we can ask them if they recognize the drinky drinks as a useful potion.
You're probably going to have to get them back to full health before they are able to help you.
No, I'm just wondering if one of them worked at the
clinic.
Yeah, and would remember.
He says, we had some, what did we have? We had some elixirs of life.
What did those do?
And some anti-plagues. Elixir of life. Mechanically, elixirs of life accelerate a living creature's natural healing process and immune system. Upon drinking this elixir, you regain 1d6 hit points and gain +1 item bonus to saving throw against disease and poisons for 10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, anti-plague is definitely a better choice because that's 24 hours. All right. So we gave them anti-plague, which should hopefully keep them alive. We can drag them upstairs so they're in comfortable positions. And then we should go back into town because I think it's going to be easier for us to go back and forth than to drag them into town. Town doesn't even have accommodations. Right?
I also would like to check on the goat.
Well, obviously, we check on the goat on the way out, one way or the other.
Of course. Absolutely.
Ted could use the rest, so he's perfectly fine going back into town.
I like in character, Bob is annoyed because he sees this as a diversion from finding Elder Ordwy. But out of character, Bob's also out of spells, and Bob would like to rest, and Bob kind of doesn't trust Sister Vanda in town. Because as far as Bob is concerned, the only time that she has done the right thing was when she was watched by Bob. And right now she's not being watched by Bob. So who knows what she's doing.
I gotta be honest, she's not of consequence to Vercog. Like the only people that he trusts fully are the folks that he came with. Everybody else, it's nice for it's nice to help them, and I want good things for them, but I just not. My trust is not there.
So you guys are going to help them up?
Yep.
All right. So this guy that Cinderspark has been talking to, he kind of puts his arm around Cinderspark as he gets off the crate. He said, those barrels over there, and he points to the pile of barrels. There's healing potions in one. You'll have to dig through the rot. They might be on top. I don't know. And then that one over there, that's a pony keg. You see a small barrel.
Mm.
It should fetch you some coin with Elsie.
Okay. Thank you.
And pony keg is a unopened pony keg of aquavit, which is herb seasoned vodka.
Yes, it is.
Who would like 5 minor healing potions? You know what? I'm going to just drop them all on Tad and let you guys move them around. Cinderspark, you're the muscle. I'll give you the pony keg.
Okie dokie.
He whispers to Cinderspark, thank you for helping us and being insistent. It seems like your mission is really important. What did you lose?
Elder Mom. Cinderspark whispers back.
Oh. Not familiar with Elder Mom. Who might she be?
Okay, so Cinderspark will explain that they came from Osprey Cove, and so on. As we could walk and shamble, I suppose, not really walk and talk. Yeah, so we can shamble and talk.
Yep. So, they wake up the third buddy that was passed out in front of the door. Give kind of a side glance at the body left in the corner. He says, he took the bait. He tried to attack us and kill us. They were hoping that we would all kill each other. And he starts to tear up.
I'm glad that we could help you.
So, so I assume you guys kind of help them. They are very weak. They can't really walk on their own.
Yeah, we'll get them to the infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
Does the infirmary still have intact beds? Because I don't remember.
I thought it did, yeah.
The clinic of Stonehome?
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that Azomi trashed one of the barracks on the second floor, but the other one had intact beds, but I don't remember the infirmary.
The infirmary was on the first floor.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So we don't have to drag them up 2 flights of stairs, just one.
And he does try to talk you into, just help me get back to Elsie's. They can help care for us. And nurse us back to health.
Do they have any wheelbarrows?
Do you know if this disease is communicable?
And I don't think so. I think it has to be inhaled or through injury.
Okay, can I persuade you to wear a mask over your mouth? Because then I will bring you to Elsie so they can help you.
Yeah, I'll do whatever you ask to make it back.
Okay. I will help make that happen. I'll cut up some cloth.
I still don't think that's a good idea. I think it would be a better idea to bring Elsie to them so that the rest of the town isn't contaminated.
I still think it's a better idea to bring them to town.
Okay. Then I'm outvoted.
Can we bring them? Is there a building in town that we can bring them to? So at least, we can isolate them from the rest of the town.
They say that they think Elsie's would be the best place to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to go to anybody's home. Elsie will make sure that somebody, if she can't take care of us, will take care of us until we can
Okay,
back on our feet.
I don't remember anything from like what we saw in like the stables where the goat. But like, if there is anything that potentially we can like drag them on like a travoy, that would be better since they don't have to walk. Since we're dragging them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think with all the with everything that you've killed, you could probably string together some clothing.
Mm.
And there's enough wooden things I can craft a stretcher or a travois.
Yeah. I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let's do that.
The problem is that there's 3 of them, and stretchers usually require 2 people.
Then that's why a travois is better anyway.
Right, you're dragging them, and also that way we can bring the corpse to give it a proper burial.
Good call.
Like there's bows and spears that you find in crates that you can use for wood to kind of craft that with clothing and stuff. Maybe some bedding.
I still think going to town and coming back is going to be faster than dragging them to town. Especially because I'm assuming somebody might have a proper cart in town. So
That's so many trips.
Even if you want to
go to town, come back, and then come back to town, and then come back to the fort to Stoneholm, and it's too many back and forth.
So I'll say that you guys go take a little bit of time, fashion some litters, and drag them back. You said you wanted to check on the goat.
Yes.
The goat is still there and in rough shape.
Can we make a litter for the goat?
You could.
Let's bring the goat
You don't
back.
have a 5th person to drag it.
We leave the corpse, and I will take the goat.
Leave the sickest one and put the goat on
sickest
the
one is dead.
Okay.
I don't think you can get much sicker than that.
That's true.
Also, he's not going anywhere.
He's chill. He's not going anywhere. We can get him all tucked up in the corner. He can trade places with the goat. It's nice in the stable. It's better than the prison.
The point is, why are we moving the corpse?
Because it should be buried properly.
Yeah, and where do they usually bury their dead? Do we even know?
Oh, did we get this guy's name? We didn't get his name, Ryan.
His name is Johan.
Johan. Okay.
Okay, where do the priests of Gorum usually inter the dead Gorumites?
Yeah, I mean, what would you like us to do with your dead friend?
Just the town will take care of him. Just back to Elsie's will be fine.
Okay. So, quote unquote, fuck the dead, we'll get back to town.
Sure.
I would rather not fuck the dead, but sure.
Listen,
Fairly certain that would spread disease.
This is just for the Goblin Tribune. I'm trying to get the headline.
And what's Tad doing through all of this?
Tad's absolutely helping, and if he doesn't have to drag a litter, he's obviously trying to take care and feed. I think we probably just have hardtack and traveling food, so probably not something that they want to deal with on an exhausted stomach. So just carrying as much as he can and tagging along.
Okay. And are you leaving the body behind, or?
Well, it's either the body or the goat, because there's 5 total items that need to be dragged, and only 4 of us.
If the goat is still in the stable, Tad will recommend that we keep him there since he's obviously not going anywhere and maybe comfy. We can always come back for him and give the last rites to the body.
I would much rather drag the goat than one of the Gorumites.
Can the goat walk? Can we tie a rope and like
the goat does not look mobile.
Tie a rope around the dead body.
We are making this so complicated. It's giving me hives.
All right.
Leave the corpse, leave the goat. We can come back for both of them.
Take the cannolis.
Yes, take the
Could
cannoli.
have just gotten into town and gotten the cart by now.
Too many trips.
What are they, groceries that you got to bring in from the car?
Yes.
All right. And by the time you guys fashion some litters and get the bodies, I almost said, get the The people up,
let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, up the stairs. It's dark out, and you follow the path back to Elsie's, and you do see a fresh-ish stream of blood.
Oh, that's
because
nuts.
The blacksmith triggered the trap on the way out.
I forget his name.
Trigvi.
Yeah, I have it.
Triggered the trap, right? Yes. We go inside Elsie's.
So it's about 8 o'clock at night. So you make your way inside Elsie's.
Is anybody paying attention to us just dragging what look like corpses, because these guys don't really move much, down the street?
As you get into the populated areas, the streets seem to be pretty empty with it being dark out. You see some lights on in some of the homes, candles in the windows and such.
They're not very social.
It's dark. Who socializes in the dark?
Goblins. We have dark vision.
So you make your way to Elsie's and open the door, and inside you see Elsie, and she greets you. Oh, hi, guys.
Hey, we got some patients for you.
Ooh.
Elsie, we need some help.
Oh, no, we're fine. These dudes, though, they need help.
Can you bring them over there? And she points to some of the bedrolls along the far wall.
Okay.
And
No problem. We get them comfortable.
Oh, hey, just a heads up. They're sick with something.
Yeah, I'll help them. Gosh, they look rough.
Yeah.
Well, not as rough as their fourth buddy who's dead.
Did you see Vanda?
She's been here.
Where did she go?
And as you guys are speaking, you hear a chair move back from a table, and a familiar face stand up, and the face is wincing as it stands, and you see Trigvi.
I see you didn't take our advice and stay put.
You're an idiot. You told us how to reset that trap, and then you walked right through it. You have no one else to blame but yourself.
I didn't think you would reset the trap.
So we could
Trap
walk
yourselves
out.
there.
You were in the keep for how long? You know how it works. You know how to walk out of it without setting off the trap. What's wrong with you?
Why would we ask you how to reset the trap if we weren't going to reset the trap?
I swear, all of these toll people are getting on my nerves.
Cinder Spark will say in Goblin is it's humans. It's just all humans. They don't know.
Are you saying it's humans all the way down?
Yes.
Ted,
And he
Ted,
looks
you're
at you
okay.
guys. He says,
all right,
says,
you're all right. I don't mean it like that. I apologize.
I'm speaking Goblin.
Oh, no, I was speaking in common, so I actually do tell Tad that you're one of the good ones.
and you have to understand, with all the strange faces I've seen recently, that my trust is a little wavering, if you will.
Yeah.
And
You can't trust us?
well, I believe now that I can.
It's a two-way street. He can't be trusted either. He can't be trusted to follow simple instructions. It's all right.
Okay.
He could have been useful in getting these guys. You recognize these guys, by the way, Trigby?
Calm down, Bob.
No. This is important. This is important because Sister Vanda told us that you and her were present for a particular event during which something happened. And I wanted to know if you recognize these guys. And hey, whatever the name is of the one that who's awake, you recognize him. And I point to Trigby. Johan, you recognize this guy? Do they
You're talking to
recognize
Johan?
I'm talking to both of them. I want to know if either of them recognizes the other.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ryan, be two people at once right now.
Yeah, Johan. Yes. He's the smithy.
Okay, Trigby.
And
Who are these people?
This is that's Johan. He's acolyte of Quorum. and that's his brother. That's his brother. And then
I feel your pain, Ryan.
and this one over here, this is Will.
This is Will. So we got Johan, brother, and Will. Where's the dead one?
Well, I mean, we
What's
didn't
that?
bring him.
Yeah, you didn't bring.
Yeah, but what was his name? Say his name.
Say his name. Say his
Say his name.
No, I think he wants you to say a name.
Oh.
Yeah. No. What's his name? What's his name in death? Like, is and I swear to fuck, if you call him Robert Paulson, I will quit.
Beyonce?
He's like, I don't know who.
Well,
There was multiple acolytes. I don't know.
Johan
one?
would know who the dead guy was, wouldn't he?
He doesn't even know his own brother's name.
Well, Johan, that was Trigby talking.
Well, now that we're all acquainted, food?
Elsie says, "Can I get you guys anything?"
Food? Yeah, food.
I have a wash basin if you would like to clean up. I'll get you guys some food.
Are we?
I suddenly remember I can cast Prestidigitation, so I'm just going to sit in the corner and keep casting it on myself until I feel clean. It may take
wiggle
hours.
your fingers. Wiggle your fingers until you're clean.
Yeah.
As opposed to taking a bath.
Well, the rest of you, I assume, are going to take a bath first because you don't have that option.
Oh no! See, Cinderspark is not even aware that they're dirty. Like, what? Why do I?
I ask Elsie if she has food waste, like onion skins and stuff like that I can feed to the goat.
Yeah, to the
Yes. Back here. Come with me.
Okay, cool.
And she ushers you back behind into a back room where she prepares food.
Okay, cool. So I go
like a
back
bucket.
over. Sorry.
There's like a bucket back there.
Fabulous. I bring the bucket to the goat.
Cinderspark will turn to Bob and say, "They're going to share a meal."
You don't think he's fattening the goat to eat it?
That's horrible. Probably tasty, but that's horrible.
Yeah, I know. We're kind of horrible, which is why I have to ask.
No, we don't eat our friends.
That's
This
true.
is a friend. This is a friendly goat.
Yeah.
She says, I hear something about a goat.
Yeah, they left a goat outside Stonehome.
Really?
Yeah.
Why does that ring a bell with you?
Why are you interested in?
Goats.
That was a gift to them. Is it not well?
Oh, no.
It's,
It doesn't look like it's been fed in a week.
it's hungry.
He was dying. We kind of nursed it a little bit, but it's not doing good.
And we're not very good at it.
If I give you some medicine, can you help it get back?
100%.
Sure.
In New York.
Would it be better? Would it be better if I brought the goat over here?
She says, hold on, I think I might have something. What were the symptoms?
I described him. I honestly don't recall, right?
Yeah, it was like malnourished and dehydrated as well.
Let's just ask her if she knows anybody with a cart that we could borrow and bring back.
You were obsessed with this cart idea.
Because I am tired of dragging things.
If we nurse the goat back to health, we won't have to drag the goat. The goat can walk.
There's still a corpse.
Fuck the corpse.
No, thank you.
No.
No necrophilia in this game.
I swear everyone takes things way too fucking literally.
We had a session 0 for a good reason.
Did it involve corpse fucking? I don't remember that.
The fact that you...
She says, here, this this. And she's like, this biscuit and she pours it, like some medicine on it. You can get the goat to eat this.
It's a goat, Elsie.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I have to agree.
You have to be careful with your hands.
Two things that goats do well is eat anything and defy gravity.
Well, this goat can't float until it's well enough to walk.
Right, we have to feed it first, and then the goat can float.
Trigvi still hasn't answered my question. Where is Sister Vanda?
Right, where did she go? Because Elsie said she was in.
Yes, she said you guys were helping in there. So she, I don't know where she went now, but she told us that of the good deeds that you guys were doing, and we should help you.
And
she says, I don't normally do this, but you guys are really helping the town out. So anything in my shop you can have for 50% off, and you can sleep and eat here for free.
Thank you, Elsie. But that still doesn't answer my question.
I don't know where I don't know where she went. But she spoke very highly of you.
Shit, I knew you were one of the good ones, Elsie.
But no. Remember,
she's
not Tolfolk.
Right, exactly. I knew that's what she was one of the good ones.
I know Vanda comes off as kind of abrasive or standoffish, but she really means well.
I doubt that.
I got that impression also.
She's not the most well spoken. She doesn't have all of her screws. I said it right.
Oh. Okay. Well,
just, growing up in a town like this, the education is a little limited.
It's not her education I'm concerned with, but her judgment.
Yeah.
The look of incredulousness that Cinderspark gives Elsie at the mention of education.
We don't need no education.
Like you're talking to three goblins coming from a fucking small fishing village.
We could use some mind control.
I control my own mind. Thank you very much.
Oh, la-ti-da, nerd.
So I'm still not getting an answer.
No, because she doesn't know.
Then I'm gonna shake down the blacksmith.
Oh my god!
To find out if he knows.
Twigvy, have you seen Vanda?
She was in here. She didn't say where she was going,
but she left.
She left. Yes.
So let me see if I got this right. She left the only place that somebody could sleep in town shortly before nightfall. She went somewhere wearing an armor. Was she still wearing her armor?
And he points over to a pile of armor in the corner.
So she left her armor.
Well,
she left. She had no weapon, no armor, and you just let her walk out of here to go wherever she feels like.
Does she have a home?
And he points to his leg, and he's standing on one leg, and the other one is kind of like lifted up, and it's like bandaged, and you can see this bloody line down the back of it, like the spike came up and cut his calf almost up to the knee.
And whose fault is that, Trigvy? Whose fault is that?
It's mine, but I still can't stop her from moving or leaving.
Does she have a home in town that she resides in on her own outside of Stonehome?
Not that I'm aware of.
Family?
I thought she stayed in Stonehome.
Okay. Does she have any family?
She never talked to family? Her and I weren't like best friends or anything. We didn't hang out.
Well,
I was mostly left to my own devices as the smithy. You know, nobody wants to come hang out with the smithy. It's dirty. It's loud. It's dark.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry that you have no friends.
Does he look like he's got?
You want to be my friend?
Treatment? No.
Trigvi, we told you to stay put, and you didn't. I gave you Mr. Stitchy, and honestly, you didn't welcome You didn't welcome him. Like
I didn't want to take him.
It was.
You would have been mad if I left with him.
Okay, sit down. Sit down. First of all, did somebody look at your wound?
Yeah, Elsie helped stitch me up.
Okay, was mechanically speaking, was that a treat wound so nobody else can treat wounds? Okay, all right, that was my concern.
Does Elsie have any books, by the way?
No books.
The Argonian maid.
Brian, no, this is not your playthrough of Skyrim. We are not going to start looting every random book we can find.
My literally everyone's playthrough.
Well, yes.
You're looking for skill points in some of those books.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm thinking more in terms of Project Zomboid, which gives you multipliers to points in the skills that you are upgrading.
You read all the books and you get benefits. You see, it's knowledge is power.
Yes.
Stay in school.
Read more books.
Didn't we just talk about how Cinderspark despises schooling?
I didn't know despise schooling. Where's the school in Osprey Cove? Ryan, just a point of fucking order. Is there a school in Osprey Cove?
Not unless Ricog was running it.
Right, there's no fucking school in Osprey Cove, and we are 3 goblins, by the way.
All right, it's time for me to apologize for my position of privilege due to being homeschooled by older mom. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need you to rewind and let me just clarify something. Are you saying that Vercog is a teacher?
I think you might be saying Vercog is the smartest thing in Osprey Cove.
Definitely the smartest goblin.
Vercog definitely is running a school. Definitely happening. For all the little children in Osprey Cove. This is amazing. I will be writing fanfic about my adventures as a teacher.
The School of Hard Knocks.
I'm glad this is escapism for you.
All right. So, what would you like to do now?
Eat and go to sleep.
Hunt down Sister Vanda.
Okay.
But since I'm not going to do that alone, I'm going to wait for the rest of the party to sleep. And then leave.
I am nursing the goat.
Okay. So you guys go back up, get the goat.
Feed it the medicine biscuit.
Yeah, feed it the medicine biscuit. You spend some time kind of nursing it after that, and it's able to come back under its own power.
Yay!
Goat power.
As things begin to calm down, Elsie looks at Vercog. Says, that hat.
Yes.
Where did you get that? That's not what you were wearing before, is it?
No.
We fought some flying undead heads on pogo sticks. Why do you ask?
That looks like the captain's hat.
What
which ship?
The captain.
The Thessalonian ship.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, these are Thessalonian pirates? Because I'm wearing the bandana as well.
Did you kill the captain?
No. His head was already undead when it was on the pogo stick that we killed. And apparently the pogo stick was part of the undead? I don't know.
No, they were hobby horses, but not pogo sticks.
No, they kind of were like vertical rather than slanted.
Well, yes, but after they fell over and they're not pogo sticks because there's no spring mechanism, so you can just use them as hobby horses.
Well, they were using the sticks to float around. Anyway, point is,
no spring.
The head was already separated from the body before we got to it.
They were dead when we got there. They yelled at us.
She says to you, it might be good to let them know that their captain died.
Okay.
Hold on. How do you know that this is the hat of a Thessalonian captain?
I saw them walk by.
So when they went to Stoneholm a week ago, it wasn't just the representative, it was also the captain and a couple of sailors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he killed his own delegation?
Appears so.
And raised them as undead?
Also appears so.
We didn't find the corpses. Maybe Azomi had to eat. Ew. Actually, we know that the food in the pantry next to the smithy was spoiling, so we don't really know what those fallen acolytes were eating either. Ew.
Well, where the potions were... Oh, the acolytes, the fallen acolytes, never mind.
Yeah.
Not the Gorham acolytes.
No,
they seem to have fallen into degeneracy and decadence.
No, my point was that if this dude killed the captain of the Thessalonian ship that he dragged up there with him, I guess them saying stuff about sacrifices is it gives it some legitimacy. But more importantly, I don't think he was planning to exit via ship. So, whatever he intends to do with this whole grandfather's legacy Rusthenge thing, that might be worse than what we've been thinking. Because this doesn't seem like we're gonna be doing a regular invasion, because like getting to Osprey Cove would generally require a ship, since the road's out of order, as far as they knew. So whatever he's planning, like all of these steps seem to just be, the stepping stones. Like he might have actually taken out Stoneholm not because he needed muscle for taking over Osprey Cove or the Isle. He might have needed sacrifices for whatever it is that's at or below Rusthenge.
Do you know anything about this Rusthenge, Elsie?
It's ancient. It just sits out there on that isle. She kind of points in the direction of the aisle.
I see it. Has anybody gone in there? And if they've gone in there, have they come out?
It's just on top. It just sits up there. It's not easy to get to unless there's a low tide.
Is there a skiff we could borrow to get over there? Wait a minute.
Or we could wait for low tide.
We could.
The acolytes also told you that you could use that tunnel.
Right, at low tide, because I'm assuming it's an underground.
No, the tunnel goes under the low tide. So if you're looking at this map, you see how there's the shadow under the water there?
Yeah.
It becomes a peninsula instead of an island at low tide.
Okay.
So from Stoneholm, you can use the tunnel that you found underneath to go out there.
Or we can go outside and wait for low tide and just walk across.
Yeah.
Or if you want the element of surprise, yes, then get a boat and get over there on high tide.
Also, the boat will be really hard because these are cliffs.
Oh.
Okay, didn't realize that.
Yes.
Then maybe we have options. What do we want to do?
I think we want to spend the night and think about them in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, we're tired. We have kind of exhausted the majority of our resources. We have hit a dead end, as far as we can tell, in the immediate present. We might need to restock. So yeah, right now, talking to Elsie to find out exactly what she has in store that we can get with the newfound discount she offered us. That's a good idea. Because right now, we might be able to afford things we couldn't afford before. We also have... we kind of know what those unidentified potions are, because that's...
We were told.
Technically, technically those potions aren't ours. Technically they belong to the Goromites. So I don't know how comfortable I feel taking them, especially given that they might need that 4th anti-plague and those life elixirs.
I offer them to the Goromites, but I feel, you know something? Let's at least make the gesture of offering them back to the Goromites.
Let's wait till morning, because in the morning, most likely we're going to find out which way their disease is going to go. Whether they're going to get better or they're going to get worse.
All right.
Is there an option for any of us to use our medicine, whatever it is, to help them recover from disease? Like long-term care used to be an option in previous editions.
It's a downtime activity. You're wearing or holding a healer's kit. You spend at least 8 hours caring for a diseased creature. Attempt a medicine check against the disease's DC. After you attempt to treat a disease for a creature, you can't try again until after that creature's next save against the disease. On a critical success, you grant the creature +4 circumstance bonus to its next saving throw against the disease. Success, you grant the creature +2 circumstance bonus, and a critical failure is a -2 penalty.
We have to kill time until low tide anyway, yes?
Well, is Elsie trained in medicine?
Dimitri, can I get an answer to my question?
You don't necessarily, like I said, you don't have to wait. You have the option to go.
We can use the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. But didn't we need to wait for low tide for the tunnel as well?
No.
Okay,
The tunnel is not affected by the water.
Yeah, that was a little bit confused.
Yeah,
there's puddles, but there's puddles in the low areas where water gathers, like it drips, but it's not like flooded.
Okay, I just want to know if I would like to help them with the treat disease. I just want to make sure that is the best use of our time. Do we feel as a party like this is time sensitive?
Yes.
Well, Ordwe's
yes, Elder Mom.
And if, like, various Goromites have been taken there for sacrifices, that once he runs out of Goromites, he's going to sacrifice Elder Ordwe.
Okay. So, you tell me what you would like to do. I would like to tend to the Goromites who are here and tend to the goat as well.
Well, if it's a downtime activity, we can't do that and adventure, as I understand it.
Right. So you can do it while you're here. Like, this is downtime now. Like, while you're not.
Okay.
Oh, overnight.
You're not exploring. So this is downtime.
I suppose if you guys wanted to check out those 3 incomplete mansions, we could do that.
I don't know if that's necessary.
Right now, Bob wants to spend the night and then pick up adventuring in the morning.
Okay.
And if we're spending the night next to these dudes and caring for them overnight isn't going to interfere with our rest, then yeah, sure, care for them as well.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know mechanically what that's going to take, since it takes 8 hours, but I don't know if that's going to interfere with our rest or if it needs to be done tomorrow.
Yeah, you could do it tonight, but then you would get a late start during the day.
Okay.
Did you guys buy any anti-plague yourselves?
Yes.
I did not.
I have 1.
I have 3.
Okay. Then, as a compromise, would you be willing to, Verkog, would you be willing to leave 1 of your anti-plagues with these dudes tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay, because they have 1 anti-plague from their own stash. I'll leave mine, and you leave yours, and the 3 of them who are still recovering from the disease will get another 24 hours of a +2 bonus.
I think they are also trained healers, so they may be able to take care of each other.
2 of them were kind of out of it. I don't know if they can care for anybody.
I think they're all kind of out of it. Yeah.
So you guys have kind of a plan to help them get through the night?
Honestly, Bob wants to go and find where Sister Vanda went to, but he's not going to run off on his own into the night.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm also kind of curious as to where she went, but walking off trying to find her in the middle of the night is a terrible idea.
Agree.
Theoretically, we have the advantage because we have dark vision and she doesn't.
True.
On the other hand, she has the advantage of being insane.
And also knowing where she's going.
Yes, that's true. But the insanity kind of trumps that because we're not on her level.
That's
don't think.
also true.
I'll have you guys roll for some treat disease next week.
Okay.
All right.
Good session, guys.
Loved it.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Filip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.